الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. إذا وقعت الواقعة ليس لوقعتها كاذبة خافضة رافعة إذا رجت الأرض رجا وبست الجبال بسا فكانت هباء منبثا وكنتم أزواجا ثلاثة فأصحاب الميمنة ما أصحاب الميمنة وأصحاب المشأمة ما أصحاب المشأمة والسابقون السابقون.
Hello, everybody. Welcome. Well, I'm waiting a few more minutes, see if people are coming in. I know that some people don't like that intro, but it's an intro that is peaceful and, well, I like it. It helps me be peaceful and calm, and it just is a nice sound. So, every time I used it, a lot of people don't come in right away, which, it's only 2 minutes. So it's shorter than most people use on their intro. And if anything, I wish people would listen to it just because it's a nice calming sound, which is my reason for using that intro. It's pretty. Welcome to those here. Make sure you say hello to me so I know who you are, even if you're going to the back row to sit down. That's how I look at it sometimes, because a lot of people want to sit in the back. We're going to be talking about Miss Portland today and her team. That'd be Scarlett, Sally Ann, some guy, I don't know his name, never seen him before, don't know who he is, and don't care. They had a nice 5 or 6 person panel. Hi, Kathy. They had a nice little, panel with Miss Portland. Was it earlier today? Yeah, it was earlier today. After her event of doing a whole, crazy wall posting of a lot of different things. I'm sure you all saw what she wrote about me yesterday that started all of Sally Ann and them panicking, which ended up with her erasing everything, every post she has made or had made, and she changed her name again, and she went kind of silent for a little while, which was a good idea, I think. Um, but when I saw um, her YouTube mom, that Sally Ann, I've been told, and Scarlett and them go on a big panel with her to try to aid her in her problem, her her not a problem. I don't like using that word. Her explosion. How about we use that word on me for the live I did yesterday afternoon that y'all all were a part of or heard. Most of you were here. Um, and it was really interesting how I heard about my live that I did yesterday at 8 in the evening, how it was described by Sally Ann um, and Scarlett, talking about how it was getting ripped apart and aggressive it was, and people talking to about Miss Portland horribly. Um, that's how Miss Portland described my life. And I'm sorry, she must have missed it, or she didn't hear the whole live or something. Because anybody in here can tell me, I really want to know right now if the people that are in here could tell me if that's how they took my live yesterday evening, because I remember talking just like I'm talking right now. I might have been not falling, not playing around with the poop in the toilet subject. I didn't dismiss it, but I wasn't yelling and screaming. Not that I remember. I gave her a little act right, maybe, but I never lost my tone of pretty much this right here. It's just not my way, it's other people's way. But that's what they were all talking about. Um, Sally Ann did address her wonderful comment. Thank you, Josephine, so much and welcome. Um, yeah, it was definitely talked about in a different way than I remember. Um, so then she didn't actually say to them, because they already know what she said, even though she took it down quick. And I think that was done because I heard Sally Ann and was trying to get a hold of her on the phone to try to get her to take down that post she made of me that was right above my live that I made. And most of you, I don't know if you saw it or not. I'm hoping you did, so I don't have to repeat what she said on there about me. Um, it wasn't pretty, and it was about my faith. Um, so they really jumped on her quick to take it down, and I don't think it was on there 10 minutes at all. It was, they got her quick. And then just ignore the sound you hear in the background. That's my fan again. Um, yeah, they got her to get that down quick. And then today they had a live with her. It was a big live. It was about, that panel was filled up pretty big, um, with everybody. I know Scarlett was up there. I know Sally Ann was up there. Some guy that they use. I don't know who he is. Um, and the only part that Sally Ann addressed was that they addressed a lot of subjects. But when it came to what she wrote about me, Sally Ann informed her that she may not know it, but that Sally Ann's, I don't know if it's her husband or just long term boyfriend for many, many years now, is a Muslim. And that her statement that she wrote about me, about my live, um, cut her open, is what she said, because of the statement she made. So Sally Ann made sure to tell her that the statements she made about me as a Muslim, cut her deep, being as her and her husband or boyfriend, long term boyfriend, many, many years, 20 years or plus, they're not practicing Muslims, she made sure to tell her, but that the comment cut her really deep. Um, and Miss Portland got really upset again, but right away apologized because of what Sally Ann said. Um, and yet, Scarlett made a point real quick to say, after she said they're not practicing Muslims, but that he was born into the faith. Sally Ann was clear to make, these references. And then, Scarlett then goes on to say, well, basically, I'm glad it's not that serious kind of a thing. But then a little later on in the they change subjects a lot, back and forth, back and forth. Uh, so this was a little part of it, a very little part in their discussions with her. And like I said, Miss Portland told Sally Ann that she was sorry for her comment that she posted above my live. It was directly to me. It wasn't to anyone else. Um, so I don't know why she apologized to Sally Ann. She wrote my name in that post, so it was definitely a direct comment. It was a big comment, but it was directly to me. And my 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 squirrel moderator. I never can say that right. I want to say mediator, uh, but I didn't get a acorn thrown at me, so I guess it's okay. Um, Let me not talk too quick about that. But then, they went on to talking about her behavior and other stuff and what she needs to do and yada, 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 right? And then they invite another guy up there, and they freaked out a little bit because I don't know if it was his name that freaked them out or something. It had to be his name. I think his name was Mohammed. I'm assuming this. His name was Mohammed, and he was trying to go up on panel, and they were very worried. This was much, much later in their show, so they weren't talking about Muslims at this point. Um, um, but when he got up there, he was a new guy apparently. because they didn't act like they knew him, and he pretty much basically stated that he hadn't been up there, and so that gave them a whew, sigh of relief, of course. And then he got, their names, and I guess he has a new channel. I don't really know where he came from, or did he, you know, just happen to land there, or did he know about, the conversation earlier they had? I don't know. But then, they were still a little nervous. But then he said something about it's Friday night and I'm just now getting started, something to that effect. And he held up a red plastic cup. Um, and that was a pretty clear indicator of what he meant, because I think he said, I think this is what he said. He said something to the effect of, I'm just starting to get tore up. And that time, Scarlett, knew what he was talking about or added to it, and did like a raising her glass kind of thing, or a fist bump through the camera, and he raised up his cup, and so this whole image of Muslims was done for Miss Portman's benefit. So we have on the camera uh, uh, a Muslim's girlfriend or wife, I don't know, which is Sally Ann, who tells her she was hurt or cut, that cut me deep. Her saying something anti Muslim against me, not anybody else. And Portman apologizes. And she talks about her boyfriend that, they're not practicing, is how she said it. Then we got a Muslim guy that comes up on later in the show. And Scarlett and him are getting lit. I'm using their terms. That's what I said, Kathy, when it happened. That's what I said. Same thing right here. So, what was accomplished? Now Miss Portman has her team. That's what I call them now. The 6 people. Hi, Maddie Ann. Welcome, welcome. Now Miss Portman has a team. Her YouTube mom is Sally Ann. I was informed of that. And her misplaced mama, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I felt that you're saying. I felt pretty disgraced that instead of them addressing what really happened and guiding her in a whole way of what she had done, they basically said, hi, Patty G. They basically egged on more behavior in a way. Patty G says, hi, Nasir. Storm's here making my internet go on and off. I'll catch your reply. Miss P's handlers are going to lead her down today. I think they've already got about a third way down that dangerous path. You can bet on that. they did not. Um, Once Sally Ann said she was a non-practicing Muslim, and so was her partner. I'm saying partner because I don't know if it's a boyfriend or a husband. I didn't get that. And with Scarlett saying bottoms up or whatever to the Muslim that came on panel, to me, all those factors together made it look like, you know, that Miss Portland wasn't wrong. That what she said to me wasn't wrong. She did not apologize to me. She apologized to Sally Ann and then broke down in tears. Um, do I think I deserve apology? No. Why? Because it won't be real. It won't be sincere. It won't be the truth. Um, I don't understand, even if you're not a practicing Muslim, how you could sit there and like just even let Scarlett, your friend, do like a with another Muslim, obviously another non-practicing Muslim. You know, bottoms up. It's Friday night. Let's get drunk or whatever they were doing. But being as it had a cup and said they getting lit. The only time I've heard somebody say they're going to get lit is they're going to get drunk. So I, I'm assuming. Misplaced Mama says she dirty deleted a post she made this morning saying she didn't like people of other religions or worse. I haven't. My mod took a shots of all those things that she put out there that she thinks she got it down before her handlers. Y'all don't know how much I hate using that word, handlers. Um, got got her to get it all down before anybody saw it. And you're right, she did take it down, but she didn't do it fast enough because my mod got it, and that didn't help. I read it, and there's a lot of them. Um, there was a whole lot, more than just that one. I'm sure someone caught her post. I'm sure a lot of people did. They're all out there, even though she takes them down in under 5 minutes. She probably didn't get them taken down fast enough. I mean, my mod doesn't usually take um, pictures of what people comment. I tell her, don't bother with it. You're wasting stuff on your phone. Using up your phone. But being as the attack she made on my religion at me directly, and then said that misplaced mama was talking about, she made that too. And then when I saw her live on Sally Ann and Scarlett and this so-called respected male that they had up there, when she's boo-hooing and giving her advice and not even address what she did, as far as they're addressing her of what she should do when she's panicked. you know she wasn't in a panic over me. I didn't do anything to panic her. I asked her to come up on here 3 times, I think. um, and I was very calm. Miss P has been in this cycle for years. Yes, I know. I also we discussed that live was sickening. Oh yeah, it was unbelievable. I really thought Sally Ann had more, and Scarlett. I thought they had more dignity than what I saw in their live. Um, I thought they would. I thought Sally Ann would have said, when she apologized to Sally Ann, I thought Sally Ann was the next breath would have been like, "You don't owe me the apology. You owe Nasir the apology." Um, but that isn't what happened. And then to see the guy come on later, like I'm about to get lit, not another Muslim, another non-practicing Muslims. I understand very well that people have a problem with Muslims because of the news and what it shows. And not all Muslims are this way. Not at all. Even I am disgusted with that type of Muslim. And if you ever notice, they don't wear a head covering like, the little, kufa. That's what it's called. They don't wear a head covering. The Hezbollah don't wear a head covering. So there's, very different. And they have different Christians in America. So within every religion, um, there's good and bad. And I'm not a part of that. Um, but, you know, my mom had asked me, Squirrel asked me, um, are you going to forgive her? God tells me to. That's the truth. But she hasn't asked for my forgiveness. She hasn't said anything to me. And her um what did you call the her team? Her team hasn't addressed me and what she did to me at all. They escaped my name. They talked about everything else she did. And like it's okay. I'm used to people calling me names. I'm used to people spitting on me. But it still doesn't make it right and okay. I know how the world sees people when they hear the word Muslim, but it doesn't make it okay. She made a Facebook post asking for the president to bring back segregation. Lord help us. Um, no, it doesn't. I wish I knew why she. Kathy says WTF. I'm pretty sure it's stronger than I just said it. Why? I know, people, or, I hear of people, and I don't know people like this, hate people because of their color, because of, many, many reasons. But what? And some of them, maybe they're like older than me, and they grew up in a depression, and they grew up during, maybe they just haven't learned to learn past what they grew up in. She's not that old. Where does all this hate come from? if I had ever done anything to her, but she's lying about what she says I have done. It's not enough that she's called me names. It's not enough that she said what she said. I'm not going to repeat it. But what's her purpose for? She wasn't expecting Sally Ann to say it either. And I wasn't expecting her to tell Sally Ann, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for saying it. She didn't even have to tell me she's sorry. But if she would have said to Sally Ann, I'm sorry for saying that about all Muslims. I'm sorry I grouped them all together and put the blame on, Nasir or any Muslim. I'm sorry for that. That's an open blanketed thing. But that's not what she did. She just can't take corrective criticism. You're right, because I don't think the problem is handled at all. Because she wouldn't have said she was sorry to Sally Ann. Sally Ann didn't do it. Sally Ann didn't do anything. You're just saying you're sorry to Sally Ann because she says her mate is a Muslim from birth. So you were afraid to lose Sally Ann as your YouTube mom. You didn't apologize to her mate for being offensive. Well, first of all, he didn't do anything to you. Neither did I. Neither did Sally Ann. Neither did the guy that came up on post on the panel. You didn't apologize to anybody except Sally Ann, and only because you don't want to lose her as your YouTube mom. What the? Patty G says, I don't think what she is doing has a lot to do with mental illness. I hate to say it, but that's how I see it too right now. I've known people that act like her and they are just plain evil. I can't say that. Vile people, not mentally ill. There's a hate that is residing in her that I don't know where it comes from. In my faith, I know where it comes from. I mean, just like, when I see the people do in my faith who do things that are not like the rest of us, that do horrible things. I know what to call them. But I don't know what to call. I'm not going to call her something. Because then that's what people want me to do. To give them an excuse to talk about what I am, my faith, then they can say, see, he's just like she said. No, I'm not. And I'm never going to be like that. And that's the part that makes you mad. And you got that right, misplaced mama. Taking pictures of your own crap is not holy. And I'll leave it at that. Thank you. It's definitely not holy. I don't understand what makes a person do that. It makes me think you're in a place that you need medical help. I said it yesterday, and I'm going to say it again today. You need medical help when your health and your thoughts are going that deep. I said it even about myself. If my thoughts started to go that deep, I'm sure my caretaker would have me at the VA quick, because that is not normal. And I'm not talking about normal like red lights and green lights and yellow lights are normal. I'm talking about your daily activities, and someone's watching you, and you have a pattern, and they know what's normal and what's not normal, and taking a dump, getting up and taking a picture of it is not normal. And then when my live is over, you write a very directful, hateful paragraph to me within 3 minutes of me finishing my live. So either you were listening to my live and you were asked several times to come up, let's talk about it, and you chose not to. But within 3 minutes after my live, you had no problem calling me out of my faith and telling me how horrible we are, and that you always thought we were horrible people. And I'm being gentle in what I'm saying. I'm not going to use her words. I've been angry at people, but I've never thought of doing it. I I would that would never be a thought in my mind to do. That just there's something that doesn't go to that line in your mind, you know? You may say, I'm so angry at this person. They bet not ask me to go to the store or give them a ride or pick up their mail, or in fact they better not come over here again and ask me about my lawnmower. Can I loan it? We go to things like that. But we don't go the other level. I don't think so. But then watching Sally Ann and Scarlett um just act like, oh, you made a little mistake. You know, you need to get a hold, when you feel like crying, put your take your face off the screen and put the cover up, like I have up right now. Put the banner up, that way nobody will see you and nobody can make fun of you because they won't see you crying. What about her hate? What about her anger? What advice did you give her whenever she feels like going after somebody? Oh, wait, hold on. I remember. When you feel like going after somebody, don't get on the internet, go take a bath. Really. This may be why it's not y'all that should be treating her or act like you're treating her. Your treatment plan is, and this is what you said, your treatment plan is for her to settle down, turn off her YouTube, and go take a bath till she feels better, and then she can get online again. That's your medical advice. She needs more. Misplaced Mama says she needs more medical attention than those YouTube queens are licensed to give. I would say so. She made a video. This Patty G says she made a video and said she made that post about you because you were saying things about her. Ugh. I would bet none of her handlers came here to see your side. No, they didn't, Patty. The only thing they were talking about was her post and how she shouldn't talk about a Muslim. They saw the post, but they didn't go through my video. Or Sally Ann would have had more to say if they would have watched my video. Because what did I say in my video about you, Miss Portland, that sent you over the edge? What was it? Hi, Carly. I stopped in that live earlier, but had not seen all that happened earlier. So I'm sorry that you were spoken of and treated that such. It's unacceptable. I can handle it, but thank you. Yeah, they didn't read. They didn't listen to my live. I think they should have listened to my live before they gave her their YouTube medical advice. Patty G says, I think she grew up very entitled the way she demands things and throws tantrums and she gets caught. I think you might be onto something. When Patty G said she made that video about me and what you were saying things about her, I want her to I'm talking about you now. I'm talking about you now in the same way I talked about you yesterday. I'm not yelling. I'm not screaming. I'm telling the truth. Your YouTube therapist, you weren't honest with them. You weren't honest with them at all. You told Sally Ann you were sorry for using the language you used on me. You didn't use it on her. But you told her you were sorry because you were afraid that she wouldn't want to be your YouTube mommy anymore. Grow up. She's not your YouTube mommy. She's a grown up woman trying to be your friend. Scarlett is a grown woman. And she has apparently no Muslim friends, or she wouldn't have said anything about a Muslim. And the guy that was up there, I don't know his name, but instead of telling you or advising you to face your fears, he just tells you to hide your face and don't face what your consequences are for your actions. Am I supposed to be mad? I told you, and I told people in here yesterday at this time that I didn't believe anything unless I saw it for myself. I said I wouldn't believe seeing something, or I wouldn't believe hearing something unless I heard it for myself. That's how I operate. I don't operate on he said, she said. And I was very nice to you when you were on my panel, and I knew that those things were being said about me. And you hadn't said them about me at that time. But you made everyone who tried to warn me yesterday about your hate for certain people, that I told them I have to hear it myself before I can. It has to be directed at me before I can, address it. And you did it. You made every one of them yesterday in my live chat that said to watch out for, this type of stuff. You made it true. Patty G, Miss P is always saying no one is going to tell her what to do or say. She says, "You are not my mommy." Now she has 6 mommies. This is going to blow up. I think this already blew up. I think it already blew up. I think it blew up when she wrote that above my live chat from yesterday. I think that was an explosion. And they obviously didn't deal with it. Not one. I mean, you dealt with her and what she said about me by admitting you're a Muslim that she didn't know, but you made sure to throw in there that you are a non-practicing Muslim. And the guy that came in there talking about he's about to get lit is a non-practicing Muslim. He made so to say that as well. So is there a difference? I don't know, Sally Ann. Is there? Is it okay to call a non-practicing Muslim the words that she used on me, but it's not okay on a practicing one? You might need to make that distinction if that's what you think. I don't know what you think, but you made her feel okay to use that term, her terms, in her Carter says, in my opinion, most people around her have good intentions, yet have misdirected help and coddling of her behavior, and I don't think most supporters have all the right info. I think you're right, but my problem really with her today is that all these people, Sally Ann, Scarlett, all of them coddled her. They're they they're giving her all these rules to follow and that she's going to be fine as long as she hides her face when she gets upset. Hmm. Is that how it works now? When we say something about people we don't like, if we just throw up our banner, Carly says, "You were nothing less than a respectful and gracious guest when she was on your panel. It's awful." Thank you, Carly. I can't believe she went over there and said that I was attacking her, and that's why she wrote the post. Nobody knows her exact diagnosis to be trying to help her in any way. Not only that, if what I saw this morning with Sally Ann and Scarlett and there was a full panel up there. I don't know everybody that was up there. There was 4, 5, 6. There were 8 people up there. Mr. Portland was up there. Mrs. Portland was up there. Sally Ann was up there. Scarlett was up there. And 2 other people that I don't know. And they were giving, Sally Ann was doing most of the giving of advice, but never did I hear her give real advice. Real advice to someone in this type of situation was done. Well, it's kind. I'm stuttering because I still can't get over what I heard. Misplaced Mama says the only attacking that was done was by her. Yes, that is so true. Um, I just can't get over even the later part. I mean, this was a good 2 hour video, or maybe more. It was long, and they gave her no advice except to hide behind her logo when she feels like she's getting upset. And they were so triggered by the Muslim thing that, any Muslim they could find was up there, but he just so happened to be non practicing ones. But did any of you give her any advice, Sally Ann, since you're with someone who was born in the faith, even though he's not practicing? Do you not have any information about the faith that you could have given her to educate her? Or just telling her, thank you for apologizing to you. She apologized to you and you accepted her apology. And then the other guy that came on there, you just, let's get lit, Charlotte. Scarlett and this guy, and they just bump fists through the cameras, and it's okay. But what did you teach her to do for next time? The truth of it is, Sally Ann, you can't teach her anything. If you were truly, truly being her friend, you would have told her to contact her doctor. You would have told her husband, he was up there too, to contact her doctor because she needs real help. Y'all are not capable of dealing with her when she's on this level. I'm sorry, you're not. And if you were trying to be a really good friend, well, then if you're a really good friend, you go reach out to a doctor or you go walk her in the door yourself. And since you live on the other side of the pond, you can't walk her in yourself. But you should have broke her down and said you need to go to the doctor. That's what a friend does for real. So if I'm hated for saying she needs to go to the doctor, well then okay. But the problem is you won't hate me for saying she needs to go to the doctor. You're gonna pick my rate, my religion. You're gonna discriminate against my religion. Kathy says platitudes of praise basically endorsing the behavior. That is true. It's evil. You're begging her on. You're egging her on to do it again. And this was a pretty big hit. Why aren't you trying to talk her into the doctor door? I heard you all. I heard every word you all said twice. Yeah. You can lie about it. You can discard it. You can say whatever. but you can't unring the bell. You can go around in circles, you can go whatever. You can say you're like me, but you're not. Because I didn't attack her. I had no reason to. I called her out calmly. I think it's highly impossible to help a person that is unwilling to get help themselves without crossing that fine line. And enough, she has quite enough intelligence to know right from wrong. I'm going to leave it right there because that's exactly the truth. And that right there is hitting the nail on the head 100%. This woman is not stupid. And she's not a baby. And I'm not going to talk to her like no baby. If you can call me out my faith like you did, I'm not going to coddle you. There are ulterior motives, in my opinion. But those ulterior motives, is it by the people giving her fake medical help? Are they wanting something from her? What? Do they think being friends with her or acting like they're friends with her gives them more numbers? Is that because that's sick? She's being used as a weapon right now. I believe that. Clicks and views. So her mental health is not really a factor to them. Because if Miss Portland would have came to me yesterday when I was on my live, I would have told her that she needs to get her bum to a doctor. What? What does it have? What do I must be missing it then? What does NC have to do with Portland right now? And I know there's a left side and a right side of the road. I know that much. Where Natasha's on one side and all these people are all on the other side. Because, part of her statement was for me to go to the NC side. I was an NC supporter for a long time. And then we had a simple little misunderstanding. No, nothing wrong. I mean, nothing that was major like these people. So, and we went our separate ways. And that's been a while. Anybody would when someone has a meltdown. Yeah, should, but they didn't. The only thing I see Miss Portland having to do with Natasha is that she can get riled up real quick. I say, I'm sorry you were dragged, but I didn't see ulterior motives when Sally had MP cut live where she was going off on Muslims. So, yeah, Sally told her that today. She thinks anybody that just, oh yeah, she made sure that she does think that. She's been more like her old self, Kathy, this a few bit now. I can say that. Natasha's been more like her old self uh, than she has been. I don't know how long that's going to be, but I'm going to give her the prop she deserves. She's like been more like her old self from way back in December and before um, before Aunt Debbie, God rest her soul. Um, and after that, she's had a hard time, and I'm talking about Natasha. She's had a hard time, but I think she's getting back to her old self that I knew her. Um, but we will see. When Sally had cut Miss Portland live, was she live online on a video going live? I didn't see that. Carly, there are a lot of holes in her life story, and she weaponizes the past treatment of NC as excuses. Yeah, I mean, Natasha does stuff, has done stuff, but with Miss Portland, I can't keep up with her. She's something. Her new post sounds like she's hinting for a welfare check. Who? Who are you referring to, Patty? SA says bipolar disease is characterized by visions of grandeur, then pride comes before the fall. Oh, well, I mean, she, there's a whole lot of that going on. Okay, so on her live essay, was she going off about me being a Muslim? I guess that's the only way I can ask it. Because she wrote a big block about me as that I saw. But was she live going off about me and the Muslim subject, and then Sally cut her off or made her get off? She had so many suicide threats back in December, it put people on the spot to go, okay, Patty. Ooh. I didn't know she was freaking out that much in December. Yeah, I knew Sally called her. I just didn't happen to. It's what happens when you walk away.
Danger, Will Robinson, danger.
Oh no.
Okay, she made a whole big thing that I'm scanning through, but what caught my eye was right here. I'm going to read it verbatim from the thing.
Is this from her?
Yes, she put it on her community thing.
Again.
Yes.
Okay,
she said.
We have another. Yeah. Okay, SA. I see what you're saying. Hold on one second, man.
Mm-hmm.
MP was going on Muslim specific because you can't trust him. Yes, she was talking about me with that. And yeah, because of Sally Ann's husband, and they're not practicing Muslims, then Sally Ann, yeah, she made reference to that today about putting a stop to it. And she apologized to Sally Ann today because of her husband being they're non-practicing Muslims. But we have an incoming news flash right now. So she is back on.
She wrote a community post on her page, but it's like super long, so I'm only going to read the part that I saw your name in.
Oh.
And if you guys want to read it, go to, you can read it yourselves. I lost my place. Okay. I have a quote start. I have a personal beef with Nasir, but my comment towards him was wrong, but I was angry. I wasted my time last week doing 2 panels with him, and like everyone else that wants me on panel is just out to score points. Well, Thursday he was live and did nothing but trash me. So I went on the attack about him trashing me. But my comment about his religion was wrong, I admit it. But at the time, I felt used like everyone else has done. They use me as a joke and then laugh at me behind my back. Well, no more. I'm not doing any further panels. Shoot, I lost my place. From here on out, everything is going to be my way on my terms. So if any of you have an issue with it, too damn bad. I'm so to the end of constantly being trashed by everyone. Okay, and then she goes into everyone says they hate her and a bunch of other stuff that it's like really long. Otherwise, I would stand here and read it, but it's super duper long.
So, according to her,
you were trashing her. According to her, you were trashing her, but I was sitting right across the table for that live, so I don't remember that unless.
Well, everybody that's in here is the people that were here last night.
Patty G? Oh my gosh! I'm going back to my chair.
Okay, wait.
I can't.
Misplaced Mama said, "There's always a but."
That's my thing. There's always a but after. I shouldn't have said this, but no, there cannot be a but if you're going to apologize.
She doesn't want us to talk on her period. Essay. Carly, everything said after the word but is invalid. He was not. Y'all are cracking me up. Uh-oh, did she fire the flying monkeys already? Yes, she did. $100 on the flying monkeys too. I've been nothing but respectful to her. Is all I can say. I guess she thinks I'm not being respectful to her because I'm saying she needs to go see a doctor. She needs to see a doctor. She doesn't know me very well, or she's been on my panel twice. I never talk in a different tone. I know this. And if one of you told me, I would definitely listen, you know. In my opinion, you're always a reasonable person. Thank you, Carly. Misplaced Mama's going somewhere. Bring back cookies.
Bring back cookies.
I can't even have cookies. But anyway, well, I guess I can say that her visit with Sally Ann and Scarlett didn't work as they wanted it to. So, I mean, I'm sorry if she can't. She can write an apology, but no. No. See, because the difference between me And every person that you said is something to is the difference between practicing and non-practicing. And you didn't apologize in a way that sounds like you're being sincere and that you mean it. But I'm being sincere in what I'm saying right now. You need to go with your husband and go get either your meds adjusted or see your therapist and talk about what's really going on. I think that you're being overloaded. I think too many people are putting what they want from you. I think that because you have, you know, they're putting a lot of pressure on you. Hi, Monique. I believe that, Monique. Um, I just, wait, I lost my place. I'm not going to put that on the screen, Monique, those two, not because I don't want to, but because I don't want her to use that. They tried, and Say comes here and said they tried. Don't fault them for trying. I know others disagree. Um, she needs a doctor. Patty G. She said she's having a quiet evening at home with her husband and a movie. Yeah, that's what she said, but yet she wrote a book on me. So that means she's listening. Every Carly says everyone has raised her above reprisal, and any changes are going to be a difficult task. This is true. Yes, he does. It's okay, Monique. She says, I'm sorry she's doing this to you and others. I would rather her come after me than others. I'll bet Walter split. He takes a lot of walks lately. I'm not a doctor, but I have a lot of conversations with people, and a lot of people come and talk to me. And I'm not afraid to tell somebody that, you know what, I don't know enough about this, but what I will do is I'm going to go with you. Let's go talk to somebody that can help you, that can better understand than me. And since I don't understand, I'll make you a promise. I'll walk with you. I'll go with you. I'll be in the appointment with you. I'll go as far as they let me go. If they'll let me go in with you, I'll be there. I'll be there every step of the way with you so you don't have to be alone. But somebody who knows the right things to do is who has to guide you. All right, SA, have a good dinner. Patty G says she's smart enough to not get locked up. That's true. Sally Ann and them might, feel like they're working with good information. That's good for people who can you're very welcome, Carly. Anytime, You get to chat, you chat. Don't let nothing stop you. They aren't medical people. They aren't helping her the way that she needs to be helped. And I'm sorry if she gets upset with this video too, but then she's just gonna have to be upset. I know that, she's gonna go off again. And I haven't yelled in this video. I'm perfectly calm. But I am aware that I'm beginning to wonder that. I think the sport team got walking papers, or she wouldn't be posting like this. Kathy, you got me keeping my faith. Keep the faith and stay strong. All I have is faith. I have my faith, and that's the only thing that keeps me strong. But thank you. Squirrel says, I didn't yell either. I just talked loud. She has to talk over my fan. And I can't hear. I got a headset on. So, nobody's yelling at her. Nobody's going off on her. And I want to make it really clear. If her friends and all, they're gonna listen to me, then listen to the whole live. Don't listen to one sentence and think you know where I'm at or where I'm talking about, or you know what I'm thinking. You need help. I'm sorry if you don't like it. I'm being honest with you. You can come up on my panel anytime you want to. I'm not stopping you. Even though you said the things you said, I'm not stopping you. And do I think it's scary to you? Yes. But I'm not going to baby you. You're a strong, grown woman. And you can come up here anytime you want to.
Any of y'all can.
Anybody can. Did I not drop the link? I know I didn't drop the link.
You want to drop it?
Who is Roger Dodger? Roger Dodger is now encouraging her to take legal action against Natasha. Is Roger Dodger that dude that was up on the panel with them? I don't know who Roger Dodger is, but it probably is that guy that was up on the panel with them. And I don't know him. I never seen his name until up on the thing today. And that's what you got. You got one guy who all of a sudden thinks he's gonna solve the problem. I've never seen Roger Dodger's name anywhere. Maybe that's the doctor on staff that was talking, telling her to hide behind her image. He's egging her on. Yeah, he was that. I'm thinking that's the guy that was on the panel with Sally Ann and them, because that guy was egging her on too. His email is on her community page. That was Cypher on the panel. Oh, okay, Cypher. I don't know who he is either. What do these people get out of egging her on? What does Roger Dodger get? What is he doing? What does he get from it? I mean, Natasha's not stupid. Okay? Let's just be honest here. Natasha Cooper's not stupid. People make that joke about 20,000 and say, she ain't got no lawyer, she ain't got this. What's she gonna do? I got news for y'all. She's not a stupid woman. And I mean not SA, but some people went in a private chat with some lawyers and her yesterday. They hated for Natasha is disgusting. Is she? I say that not because um well you say I'm trying to see how to say this. They hated for Natasha is disgusting. The hatred. I'm sorry I read that wrong, see? The hatred for Natasha is disgusting. I understand sometimes she goes too far. She has in the past. You know, she has in the past. I have to say that now because she looks like she's made a corner and is being better. Just just like she used to. And to be honest with you, lately Natasha seems to be the most mature adult out here, and I never thought I'd say that. I just read where someone said her support team is catching flack right now. Well, misplaced mama, I don't think it's unwarranted. They have not they have not unwound her. Their advice of unwinding her was go take a bath. Oh, hot pepper. Hi, hot pepper. You show more common sense and proper control of yourself than all these out of control people on YouTube. All the awful name calling, the terrible language shows lack of respect and intelligence. I try, hot pepper. I try. Thank you, misplaced mama. My squirrel that she doesn't really throw acorns at me. That's just a play on words. Um, Squirrel Girl is my mod. I only have one for the fact that I want to hear people say what they're gonna say. I know how to block people and everything, but I leave my people up here to say what they want to say. Um, but a lot of people I can't listen to. I try, but I can't because they just yell and scream, and sometimes it's just too much. I think we have too much going on in here, and that's why I made my channel the way I did. It's anything we want to talk about anytime, anywhere. If something happens that y'all want to talk about, you know, you can come up here and we'll talk about it. I know I didn't put my link down today to come up, and that's because I needed to address Miss Portland and her team, as y'all see, uh, her support team for how they did not address. Oh, Squirrel Girl just found some now. All this drama from them is why I lived it. What? All this drama from them is why I live this channel and why I just keep mine as a gaming channel. This channel is chill and mine's just fun. I get to throw acorns here when people go too far. Just kidding. She's funny. I don't want to say you're using her for profit. I don't want her to say you're using her for profit, so that's why I'm not putting your link. Oh, I meant love. I don't want you. See, squirrel, you confuse me sometimes. And that's okay. It's okay that Squirrel Girl confuses me because it's a Squirrel Girl Gaming is my only mod, and I let her participate a lot, because she can say, like, oh, I'm just gonna have to do an interview with my own mod one day so y'all can get to know her. She has no barrier either. I tell her I want her to talk when she wants to talk, and that's fine. She will say that you're talking about her for more views than money, like she says about Natasha. No, I'm talking about her because of what she said about me in her therapy team that met today. Basically, just uh, anyway. Patty G, sorry to have to leave all y'all wonderful people, but I have to run. The storms are getting bad and my dogs are freaking out. Keep up the good work this year. Thank you and see you soon. Patty, go get the dogs. Don't leave them out. You be safe now, Patty. Be safe above everything. It, she just is, you know, she can say I'm doing this to her and I'm doing that to her, but I'm telling you right now, she can come up here if she wants to. I'd like to see her come up here. Why not? Okay, Kathy. I've been on a little longer than I normally do. Anyway, does anybody else want to go see Noodle Mash? Because if so, I mean, just let me know because I can shut mine down. We work our butts off to make our channel real. We don't pretend to be someone we aren't. That's true. But um, she has got to get to the doctor. I'm pretty sure. I don't understand why she's putting up talkings again on the wall, comments on her wall, if she had this big meeting for hours her with her team of helpers. I have no idea why she's online. It makes no sense. They helped her, or they think they did, but now she's on doing her same routine. So, how did y'all help her? Oh, you didn't. She just did what she normally does. She said, you told her what you want her to do. She told you basically okay to everything you said. She agreed, and you believed her. And then she got off with you guys on the screen, and then basically went back to doing the same thing. So basically, she just said she was sorry to Sally Ann about the Muslim content, but She said she wasn't practicing anyway, so okay. And then another Muslim non practicing got up there. So basically, for 3 hours, you know, y'all gave her a pass for using that comment, and now she's back to her normal business. Misplaced Mama says, I'd love to see and hear the messages and phone calls she's getting right now. I don't know if she is or isn't. I don't know if she's on a date with her husband per se. I think that I'm gonna say this because y'all brought it up last night. Was that she is on here and it's not her name. It's the guy, Andy Portman. I remember that. So how do you... And it's not her that makes me wonder about naming that. Okay. But why is your husband using that name? It's your first and last name. She still posts stuff on CP. I don't know what CP is. Or am I not thinking right? CP. Community post. All right. I hope I got that right. It takes me a while. Oh, so she's not named herself after the Andy Portman. She's named that because they live in Portland. Okay. Glad to get that cleared up in my mind. Yeah, I figured it out, Monique. It took me a little minute. That's because I write everything out. I'm just a human. I've been on YouTube a little while, but I ain't never wrote in code. I'm a pretty basic guy. So Monique says, so she can't be on a movie date with her husband because she's been online. I'll tell you what I would love right now. Miss Portland, if you're listening to me, and I think you are, come on up here. Come up here and let's talk about it. I don't yell at people. It's not my style. Man. Post deleting, posting, deleting. Yeah, well, I already have them. I don't see what you've said yet, Miss Portland. But I will. I will see it, but I haven't seen it yet. Why don't you just come up here online and let's talk about it? Be a lot easier. And you can calm down a little bit. But no, I'm not going to say what Sally Ann and Scarlett and all told you. It's just not going to happen. You need to go to a doctor. Maybe your meds need to be adjusted. It's not a big thing. It's not a bad thing. It's a common thing. I bet you in your mind right now you're thinking of all the bad things you said about me and posted, and now you won't come up here because you think I'm going to yell and scream at you. I don't yell and scream. I'm afraid of God. I'm not afraid of you. I'm all about God. God's in control of me, Miss Portland. 100%. And that's just how it is. I talk about God. I talk to God. I am not a non-practicing Muslim, not at all. I am a practicing Muslim. And you've gotten plenty of visions of a non-practicing Muslim all day today. Well, maybe you need to see the characteristics of a practicing Muslim. That we don't yell. We don't scream. We don't do things like that. Yes.
Oh. She made another video and said basically that she hold on, I got a clip of it. Can I play the clip? Do I have your permission?
Sure.
Okay. Well, I don't want to play something you don't want me to, so hold on, I gotta
But how bad is it?
it's not, I mean, it's not bad. Hold on. My phone is freaking out. Hold on.
I just wish he'd come up.
I know.
But truthfully, I am not a racist, okay? I made a comment toward Nasir the other night because he was live the other night and he was going off about me. And that's why I said what I said about him. It did not mean everybody of his particular religion. That's not who I am. But again, I'm sorry if everyone has taken offense to the current posting to my community wall. But again, if you all choose to see me that way of me being a metal case, a troublemaker, a liar, what have you, then I'm sorry, but that's your choice. But I, again, did not mean to personally offend anybody. Boy, you guys all are on the fence all the time because you're so scared about being dragged into my mess. Well, think of how I feel when I'm the one constantly being drugged. I do not appreciate it. But again, if this is how everybody sees me, then this is your problem and not mine. But I am not a racist, okay? Please understand. And if anyone has taken offense to my last community entry on my community wall, I apologize. Because apparently I have talked to another one of my support circle people, and she informed me of the things that were being talked about behind my back. And I was told that everybody is on the fence about me because they're worried about this, that, and everything else. Well, don't think it doesn't bother me. But again, I'm on here to apologize. I'm sorry, but again, I just want to simply make a statement that if this is how everybody sees me, then that's your right to your opinion. Because apparently that's where I must be. So again, if this is how you all see me, I'm sorry. At this point, I'm thinking about completely shutting my channel down. Because I'm not going to put up with this anymore. I am done. I was doing well for a couple hours, but now that I have been talking to the support circle person, I cannot do this. So again, if you all see me being that much of a problem, then I am sorry that you all see me that way. Okay? I apologize.
That's what she
Wow.
just said. That's why I said BRB for, because I saw that, and so
Wow.
yeah,
So
that happened.
it's supposed to be because I say so, you need to let it go. Is that basically what it is?
That, but
Um,
I also don't know how you were trashing people. You weren't trashing anybody. You weren't trashing her on your live. I was there. You were like being just normal, like you are right now. Trust me, if
Misplaced
you
Mama says you've proven everyone you're racist. No, you haven't. You've been trashing people all day. That's true, Monique.
because if you were trashing people on your live, you know I'd definitely be throwing acorns at you, and I wouldn't stop till you stopped.
First of all, nobody needs to throw acorns at me. Thank you very much. Because I wasn't trashing her. I've never trashed her on my channel. If you call trashing you on my channel is me saying you need to see a doctor, well, then you don't know what trashing somebody is. I've never trashed you, and I'm not going to. I'm saying you need to go see the doctor so he can adjust your meds. I'm not saying you need to get off YouTube, although I don't think it would hurt you for a little while until you can get your meds adjusted. But Money, she doesn't ever respect different opinions. I mean, who? And people respond to her hateful remarks, and that's attacking her in her own. Her and her sport team are catching flack right now. That's what this blow up is about. Well, they need to catch flack, her support team, because unless they're helping her get to the doctor or telling her to go to the doctor, then they should be catching flack. I mean, if Natasha was doing this, do you think people would be like, oh, it's okay? Natasha says her apology to her friend, somebody in her group, and she didn't even do anything to them, and that would have been okay? No. If I'm gonna take both sides of the street here, well, you're on one side, I'm the yellow line in the middle, and I just got run over like a squirrel. And Natasha's on this other side. They should be catching flack. I totally agree, Monique. If I'm putting this on sides of the road, like I speak every time I get on here, with saying that, Robbie and everybody except Natasha's on the right side. There's a yellow line in the middle, and Natasha's on the other side. And then I'm going to take up for Natasha right now, I guess. If Natasha had done what Miss Portland had done and what she wrote to me, it was directed specifically to me. So I'm the only one who really should be talking about it. Her, whatever people, didn't even address it about me. Sally Ann confessed that her husband or boyfriend or whatever he is, I don't know, she didn't say, her partner that she's been with for 20, 30 years is a Muslim, born Muslim. But they're not, and they're Muslim, but they're not practicing Muslims. And yes, I guess that makes a big deal in the factor of what Miss Portland did. And then another non-practicing Muslim came on in their thing they did, their plan of survival for Miss Portland, their whole show, and never was it addressed other than that. So, but if Natasha had done this, no one would have showed any mercy. And I don't care who you are. It would have been Scarlett, Robbie, TT, everybody you can name that's not Natasha. Had Natasha done this to me, everybody would have unleashed on her. And in fact, I only found out about it because Natasha brought it out in her live. I told you I watch everybody, and she's never mentioned me before.
Do you want the part where Scarlett says about that they were bad Muslims because they aren't practicing?
Hold on 1 second. So if Natasha's on this side, but Natasha, I'm gonna say this about her, and if you don't like her, I understand. If you do like her, I understand. So just listen to my words before you throw mud, okay? Natasha doesn't talk about me, okay? She never mentioned me before since I've left her camp, and that was a while back, maybe February or so, I think. But Natasha is the one who brought it up. She brought it out. Natasha was offended that I was being attacked by my race, by my not my race, my religion. So even though she doesn't talk to me, she saw the discrimination and talked about it and said, she put up what Miss Portland put. She put it right there in the face in big, so you can read it. She didn't have to do much commenting on it. It spoke for itself. And that's when I found out. Because when she said my name, I was like, wait, what? What? Well, why is Natasha talking about me? And that's when I found out. If Natasha had done this, everybody would be going crazy with so much hate talk and defending me and my religion and all that. But because it's not Natasha and it's Miss Portland, I see way too many people allowing it, condoning it. I've never done anything to this woman. I ain't yelled at her. I haven't screamed at her. I haven't cut her down. I haven't called her a name. I haven't done anything to her to rate this verbal abuse. Yeah, that's what it is. See, Miss Portland, you're always talking about people verbally abusing you, but you verbally abused me and you showed discrimination against my faith. And there was nothing to prompt you to do that. Nothing whatsoever. That was just outright on your own. And everybody saw it. Yeah, we have a clip of this right here. I mean,
I gotta bring my phone over here without trying to, knock the table over with my phone charger.
yeah, I'm gonna let y'all hear this too.
It's a longer recording, but it's just this part in the beginning, I think. I mean, unless you want me to play the whole thing, it's like 4 minutes.
No.
Okay, I'll just play the beginning part where she.
It cut me because I know you didn't know that I was married to a Muslim. The reason why people, and I'm putting myself out there, I'm putting myself out on the cross. I've been married for nearly 20 years to a Muslim, okay? Bless your heart, man. Not a preaching Muslim. We are not a very religious Muslim. Really bad Muslims. But he's a
Really bad Muslims is what
Wow.
she said.
Yes, they would, and I'm no fan of Natasha. On the video, on the sound you just heard, was Scarlett saying, "You're just really bad Muslims." That's what she said to Sally Ann. Everyone saw it. Her support team knows what it was. Yeah, they do. Thank you so much, Misplaced Mom. I have a lot of respect for other faiths and you, and I don't have hate in me for another faith, not another person. I just don't. I spend so much time helping people that other people would call less fortunate. I mean, I talked about what happened to me medically, and only God saved me. That's just it. And that has made more than a profound impact on my life. So for me to be anything like she's describing it just wouldn't happen. It just wouldn't happen. It's not going to happen. I have way more to lose, and I'm not trying to impress anybody on the internet like she's trying to do. Because obviously, even though meeting up with her team of YouTube doctors, it hasn't changed. Look, she's still doing it. Shanna Renee. Do I have that right? I hope I do. In my opinion, these people are just using Miss P only because she will say bad things about Natasha. They never correct her foul behavior. Well, please let me know if I said your name right. Shanna Renee. I think that is it. A lot of it. Thank you so much. But what are they getting from it, though? If Miss P is going after Natasha, she's gonna get the views and whatever. They're not gonna get the views. She's not gonna get the views for. I mean, they're not gonna get the views for what she says and does or stuff like that. So what are they gonna get from it? She says she's not racist and says she doesn't mean what she said toward all Muslims, but then in a roundabout way is saying she meant it toward you still. Did that make sense? That is what she said. And it isn't racism anyway, it's religious discrimination. She she's still doing it. Yeah. She's she's still doing it. Janice says, good question. I've wondered that too, but it's hush weird to me how these people are coddling this grown woman. I wonder how much they're coddling her now. I mean, earlier, okay, but I wonder now. Because she's right back at it. She definitely didn't do what they told her to do. I agree 100%. She has too much hate for just one person to carry. She needs, I don't care, Misplaced Moment, if she gets mad at me. Okay, I don't want you guys to take the hate or any jabs for what I'm gonna say. She needs to get medical help. Someone needs to be, grown enough to take her to the doctor. You want to give her some free time to herself? Okay, take this weekend. And then when Monday comes, take her by her hand, pack a little suitcase, and involuntarily or let her check herself in for a 72-hour stay so they can get her medication, checked up and make sure it's right or whatever. Because there's something wrong. It doesn't have to be a big thing, but it needs to be checked. What's funny is these people have all been attacked by her in the past too. I know. I'm offended for the both of us because we are Muslim, but not so far from, but more so for Nasir. He did not deserve those words from her. It's okay though. I'm not saying her words were okay. First of all, they're not. But it's not the first time I've ever heard them. And she needs to get help. Oh my. She was celebrating Scarlett's heart attack a few months ago. Are you serious, Monique? Who celebrates that? And how is Scarlett our friend? What? How? She is. Mr. Place Mama says she's probably gotten mad at the doctors because they'll be upfront with her, no coddling with them. That's right, and that's what she's mad at me about. I'm not coddling her. I'm telling her, I'm being upfront with her. Monique says her husband should do it, but he's a wimp. He needs to go in if he can't figure out what's happening here. They need to talk to him too. Then Shayna says they shouldn't be trying to help her. She needs real help. If she has all these mental disabilities, we just don't know what her issues are. That's what I say. I think her husband should keep her away from the computer. Maybe needs to take it outside. She don't need a computer. She needs to be checked in for a 72-hour evaluation because I'm thinking one of her medicines is not working or too low, you know. Wait, yes, she had a live breaking news. It was awful. When was that? Did that happen recently? She has to be miserable. Seems she would be. Yes. He just ignores her. And Nasir, I'm sorry for what she said to you, and shame on her team for not stepping up. Well, they have to answer to that with the law. Did she have this live breaking news while I've been on? Or is she just still making videos for, let me ask Squirrel.
No, nothing new.
Oh, someone said she had a live breaking news. Hey, Michael. Glad to see you. Scarlett just had a recent live. She was clueless. How can Scarlett be clueless? How? She was on the medical team that met with her earlier tonight. She cannot be clueless. Oh, okay, Monique, I understand now. Wow. Scarlett. Scarlett can't be clueless. She can't take that. No way she can sit there and say, I'm clueless about what's going on. I don't understand. No way. No way, lady. No. You were up there with all your friends and Sally Ann. There were 8 people up there with Miss Portland and Mr. Portland, and y'all were giving her all kind of advice about everything except the one thing that she did. That little bleep was only 2 seconds. So you can't say she, no, Scarlett, you're not getting off. We just heard you say to Sally that they're bad Muslims on the video, on the sound clip we had. We just heard you say that, so you're not clean. Your hands are not clean. No way. Hey, brother, survive the game. My heart goes out to you and Squirrel. We're gonna be fine, brother. Thank you. Thank you so much. Are you doing okay? You got your head up? It's just unbelievable. It's unbelievable for Scarlett to say, oh man. I just wish he'd give you 2 people a break. You know. Well, I see it's not going to change anymore for tonight. So I'm going to let you, hold on. Let me see what Michael said. Scarlett is trying to save face. Her supposed clients are not happy that she isn't condoning such racist behavior. Yeah, I don't blame them. Because she may have more Muslims in her rap than she knows about. And she sat up there saying some pretty bad stuff about that. And then came on later and said some bad stuff about racism. So, wow. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. You can't help some of it, man. You can't help some of it. But I'm gonna, there you go. I knew they were catching flack. Yeah, they're catching flack. And I'll pray for them. I will. And I'll catch you guys here. I stayed on longer than I should have, but Squirrel come in here with the live off the press ticker tape. Ding, 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 ding.
Hey,
So we could hear the commentary that
when a squirrel has news, I can't hold it in.
I mean, I'm not even a popular person, I'm pretty low key, and there's more ticker tape flying about in the seer.
The reason people like you is because you're real and you're normal. I mean, I expected you to get more channel, as I call family members, like the people in chat and things over time. I mean, I'm still little because I'm a gaming channel. I've expected that, but I expected you to grow just like you are, way faster, because you're being real. Unlike, I'm not saying the other people ain't real, but you give your honest thought in with God in mind. You don't cuss at people. You don't blah blah blah. You're not hateful. You're just you, and you try to give the best advice to help people that you can. I'm just saying, sorry.
She knows I don't like that to be said about me, but it's okay.
You don't like compliments.
Dang it, there goes. I don't like comments. It makes me nervous. Basically, she said sorry to everyone besides you. Yeah, that I kind of talked about earlier in this Monique Diaz. There's no mistake for that. Yeah, she did apologize to everyone but me. And I covered that. She apologized to all the non-practicing Muslims in the world. No, she didn't even practice. She didn't talk to all the Muslims. She just got two. But I'm not gonna fret on it. I'm not gonna cuss her out or nothing like that. That's not my style. But I will meet y'all here again tomorrow night, and I have a feeling we're gonna be right back on this subject again, even if I don't want to be. Based on what's happening right now tonight, and I haven't even started looking at it, what I got to. But I want to say thank you to everyone for being here. You've been wonderful. I hope you all have subscribed. I think I forgot to get the young girls.
I did.
We forgot that we were so in a hurry. We forgot to get.
I'll put it up tomorrow.
The young girls link up that Natasha talked about. I'm still gonna keep supporting that little girl till someone tells me to stop. Not somebody, but just makes me stop. I have a tip jar if you feel like tipping me, good. I don't have a PayPal or anything like that.
I'll put all the regular stuff up tomorrow.
I just have a Cash App jar, a tip jar. That's what I call it, my tip jar. So
I'll put the links up and stuff again tomorrow. I just didn't.
I'm not.
the
Yeah.
sensitive matter we were talking about.
Yeah, I was more worried about getting that, but please subscribe if you haven't yet so you'll know when I'm on. And I hope to see you all again, and I hope you have a blessed, safe night. Thank you so much. Bye-bye now. I got something in my way. Hold on.
ترجعونها إن كنتم صادقين فأما إن كان من المقربين فروح وريحان وجنة نعيم وأما إن كان من أصحاب اليمين فسلام لك من أصحاب اليمين وأما إن كان من المكذبين الضالين فنزل من حميم وتصلية جحيم إن هذا لهو حق اليقين فسبح باسم ربك العظيم الله أكبر